Why is getting enough protein so hard? Like, how can we make it easier? First, we need to understand that we think eating more protein is hard, when in reality, the true hard part is finding a strategy that works and then doing it. So here's 4 strategies you should consider if you're struggling with protein to make eating high protein so much easier, so much more painless, and even enjoyable. First, if your struggle is you're not someone who can sit down and eat a ton of protein in one sitting, or maybe you just have a small appetite overall, do this. Eat your protein first. Sounds simple, but this means if your breakfast typically consists of something like some eggs, some fruit, some oatmeal, maybe some toast, eat your eggs first. If you feel too full to eat the rest, it's completely fine. You got your protein in, and over time, your appetite will increase if you continue to eat like this, and you can eventually have all of that on your plate. The point is, if low appetite has kept you from hitting your protein goals each day, there is no excuse for you to be leaving protein on your plate while having eaten all of your sides. So eat your protein first. Second, if your struggle is something like you run out of day, right, before hitting your protein targets, like you get to dinner and you still have 50, 60, 70 plus grams of protein left to consume. First, let me state the obvious. Obviously, don't binge all of that night. That's not going to help you develop a good relationship with food. Just move on. But don't do the same thing tomorrow or you're going to get the same result. Instead, consider that you might need to consume more meals throughout the day, and you might need to start eating protein earlier in the day. Getting enough protein can be really challenging if you skip meals or only eat 2 to 3 times per day or less. 4 to 6 meals is the sweet spot for most, and it's okay if 2 to 3 of those meals are really just protein snacks between your regular meals. So if you're running out of hours, running out of day, ending your day with a ton of protein left to eat, aim to have 4 to 6 feedings per day, and it will be so much easier to have more protein because you won't have to eat as much per sitting. How easy would it be to hit 150 grams of protein each day if you simply had to consume 25 grams every couple hours, rather than trying to slam 75 grams at dinner because you skipped breakfast, you skipped lunch, you skipped all your snacks? It's not a good strategy. This is, eat protein every 3 to 4 hours and aim for 4 to 6 feedings each day, whether that be meals or snacks. Third, and these last 2 go quick, if you find that protein is rarely just in reach, rarely available, you need to prepare. Yes, that can mean meal prep, but that's not always necessary either. You simply need to surround yourself with more protein options, and it's going to be much easier to eat more protein. And if you're already a snacker, even easier. You just need to change what you're snacking on. Have protein bars, protein shakes, meat sticks, jerky, boiled eggs, single servings of yogurts, single servings of cottage cheeses, right? Most health food stores and even gas stations have all of those options, heavily stocked. They have minimal preservatives, so you can grab those on the go, or you can stock your own pantry and stock your own fridge with those easy grab options. Surround yourself with protein to make it as convenient as possible for you to snack on it all day long, and it will add up. Fourth and finally, let's talk about cost. Protein can be quite expensive, and sometimes that's the only struggle. But this is what you need to consider. If you're consuming enough protein, you'll naturally watch your grocery list shrink. You're going to find that you'll need far less of those extra items because you won't crave them, you won't want them, maybe you won't even be hungry for them. Protein is extremely satisfying, and it will completely transform your body because it truly supports your body in a way that eliminates your cravings for junk food. It rewires your hunger signals, and it causes you to deeply desire real whole foods, which all allow you to transform your body so much easier and be much more consistent. If you want to ease into hitting your protein entirely through whole food sources, just consider investing in a quality protein supplement at first. Really, people have a hard time investing like $40-50 into a tub of protein powder, but then they end up burning out trying to buy beef or chicken that's like $9 a pound, and then they just give up. But here's the math. A tri-tip roast at $8.99 a pound comes out to $2.22 per serving of protein for you. Versus your average $40 tub of protein powder comes out to $1.34 per serving. It's nearly half the cost of the meat, and sometimes it's even less because some tubs give you 60 to 70 servings. So not only is it coming out to cents per serving of protein for you compared to Whole Foods, but you don't have to shop nearly as frequently, which can cut your total monthly bill down significantly. I don't recommend trying to live entirely off protein powders, but it's a very economical daily supplement to use while you're reprioritizing your shopping habits to be more protein friendly so that you can finally transform your health and your body in a huge way. So if this all seems unsustainable, if everything I've just said seems like a lot of work, I just want you to remember 3 things. It takes significantly more effort and intention to get your body to change than it does to maintain. The more radical the change you're seeking, the more comfortable you've got to get with either being radical with your effort or just taking longer. And third and finally, you don't have to eat this much forever. Maintenance requires far less rigidity and allows for much more freedom, but you got to get there first. If you found this helpful, please share it with a friend.